Hello. Yeah, I am working as a residential carpenter on a client's house. I'm not going to name the client, just so that he has privacy during this video. But we're going to do a little bit of an explainer now that we've got this gable end repair to a point where we can do another video. And you can see, and I'm just, panning with my camera, that we've replaced the crown on this this high gable with a PVC material, and now we are rebuilding the cedar shakes up on the flare. So I have just completed my first roll of these cedar shakes, and then the hope is that eventually we meet up with the upper that we're trying to salvage. Oops, almost fell off. And client does not want all of these shakes taken down. It's rather pricey. We are trying to save what we can. Okay, first things first, the old cedar shakes up above are eventually going to hit the pattern down below. And so what we're looking at here is about a 4 3/4 cedar that's probably shrunk over the years. And we're looking at about, you can see I've already put a layout on here measuring down of what the reveal is, coming in at about 4.5 on the high one and the low one. So I transferred those measurements down, and I've got the high and the low marked right there. I just wrote on there high, and then this one here is going to be the low, and this is going to be the high one right here. It's going to break in the middle of this seam. So I did this just because you have to maintain, on when I start the next row, the same pattern as you go up. Otherwise you're going to get all wonky up there. Okay? The idea being that when one cedar shake goes down, you want a full 2.5 inches of coverage on both sides of that seam on your first row. And on this one, here, I'll try to back up a little bit so you can see. These are the first two that I've run on the starter row, which is doubled. And I'm trying to get those to break right in the middle and in line with the upper ones, or where they're going to break. Okay, so you got a little bit of math to do, something to figure out, and try to keep absolutely as straight as you can get all the way up, especially on the bottom. If we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows to run, and then the fill in, the more you mess up down here, the worse it gets up there. So that's about all I can explain there. But on this rundown, I'm using a Bosch 18 gauge crown stapler, and I had that loaded with these. These are 1 3/8 crown staples. And then I have a couple pneumatic compressors down there. I run an air hose 100 feet up just to power that machine. Then the next thing is, we also took some liberty and made some real big guys. These are real wide random shakes that came out, and they've been primed and painted on one side. And those are for like the small pieces on the end. You wouldn't want to, like in this corner, these doubles in here are, I mean, that piece is only like 2 inches wide, 2.5. and it's just a teeny little thing. So instead of just putting a small guy in there that might fall out in 5 years, I just cut a big one out and got it in there as one piece to start with, so it would be more solid for the future. Okay, a couple of little things there, and then I guess I'll just do one little install, because I know that I've already squared this up with a level from coming down from the centers, so I know that I'm right where I got to be in the middle of this one. For the next row, I'm going to just start running this whole line. Get this first layer done. Then I'll do a video on just chalking this next one. We'll use a chalk line so we can get a super straight starting point. But if I can do this while holding my camera, I grab my cedar shake that I liked, and I just do a dry fit first, just to make sure that we're kind of looking good with that upper. You know, I usually check on it after I run around 10 of them, maybe 7 to 10. So I'm just going to hold this with one hand. Whoop, or maybe not. I'm going to hold this, and I'm going to just keep it super tight on the bottom with my thumb. A nice thick double roll. Grab my stapler. Jeez, focus. Hocus pocus, focus. Just give her a shot. Probably wasn't the best focusing. Come on, guy. There we go. You know, probably wasn't the best focus. And then I'm going to shoot that in, because I know that I got boards on that line that it's grabbing into. Again, using that crown staple just so that it grabs more of that cedar in there. Okay, so that's my process going the whole way. If I have to cut down a larger 5.5 inch shake or 5-inch shake that I got, you know, sometimes you have to end up trimming them off to like 4 3/4 or 4 5/8, because these shakes up above have shrunk so much. You'll lose your spacing in the line. So, all right. I hope that's helpful. Thank you.